All right, guys, look, what is Good Faith? Good Faith is a show that I created for one of my other channels, but I think this is an opportunity for me to at least speak on, you know, these types of things. And with her then boyfriend, Colin Strickland, who is also a pro cyclist. On the day of the murder, the couple had gone swimming at the Deep Eddy Pool in Austin, Texas, before going to a restaurant across the street. Mo and fellow professional cyclist Colin Strickland, who she previously dated, briefly had gone swimming at Deep Eddy Pool before eating at a restaurant across the street. Colin dropped Mo off for the night at a friend's home where she was staying ahead of a bike race. She was found lying on the bathroom floor covered in blood and pronounced dead shortly after. Wow. Armstrong is accused of following the couple, and surveillance footage shows her car driving past moments after Mo was dropped off. She was arrested and questioned, but later released by mistake because of a mix-up over her date of birth. Then she fled to Costa Rica, where she spent 43 days on the run before being detained by U.S. Marshals. Armstrong entered a not guilty plea during her first court appearance yesterday. She also denied a separate count of failing to pay for a Botox procedure in 2018. I mean, I guess they do that shit to black people, right? They like drum up your previous history. I guess they're just doing it for white people now. That's kind of funny. Investigators say Colin and Mo dated for 1 or 2 weeks in October last year, at a time when he and Armstrong were on a break from their relationship. Colin later told the police his relationship with Mo became platonic when he resumed a relationship with Armstrong. He was never considered a suspect because security footage and other evidence showed he was elsewhere at the time of Mo's death. Mo's family said in a statement that at the time of her death, she was not romantically involved with anyone. Armstrong is being held in Travis County Jail on $3.5 million bond on murder and theft charges. Oh, shit.
This series of photos of Caitlin Armstrong, a newly captured murder suspect, shows a stark shift in appearance before and after her arrest by authorities. On the left, Armstrong has long curly blonde hair and a smile, but a month and a half later, 2 booking photos reveal dyed darker locks trimmed to shoulder length and perhaps new physical attributes after police say she was apprehended with noticeable bruising.
She had some type of bandage on her nose area where she claimed to foreign officials that she received an injury sustained from a recent surfboard.
The 34-year-old yoga instructor targeted by state and federal authorities since May 17th, when a homicide warrant was issued. A day later, Armstrong popped up on surveillance video boarding a plane from Newark, New Jersey to Costa Rica. Almost exactly 1 week after Anna Mariah Wilson, a star cyclist, was uncovered by a friend inside the home she was visiting, shot in the torso. Police say Wilson and Armstrong were romantically linked to the same man, Colin Strickland, who told police he had just bought his girlfriend, Armstrong, a gun in recent weeks. Armstrong's 2012 Jeep was caught on camera right next to the home where the murder took place, according to a police affidavit. The suspect's attorneys are declining comment at this time, asking for privacy.
Armstrong's attorneys are wisely giving a no comment because this is a really tough set of facts for a defense attorney to confront. There appears to be digital and even photographic evidence that doesn't look good for the client.
Though Armstrong was initially questioned by police a day after the
Again, this channel is not going to be specifically for this type of content. This is going to be mostly just sports stuff, but I just have to highlight how they actually had this woman in custody. They had digital proof of her being at the place where the person got murdered. They've surveillance. There's digital, whether it be her phone, messages, so on and so forth. They pretty much had her arrested. and they somehow, some way let her go on a technicality and let her skate around for 40 some odd days before they got her ass back here in this country. Meanwhile, they will tie a person of color, and I do mean a black man. They will lock a black man up for, you know, spitting bubble gum on the sidewalk or having a tail light out, and have no problem taking out the gun and using it on us. And I just have to highlight the stark difference in how they try so hard to give this woman a reason as to why she did what she did, and try to make her, they try to humanize her at every chance they get, every opportunity that they get. But she not only committed a heinous crime, but she also ran away from her responsibility and tried to evade her responsibility in that. But that's not how they talk about her and her situation. This is a heinous crime that needs to be spoken of as such. So I just needed to highlight, you know, in good faith. I mean, you just can't help but notice how these stories get covered differently, and how it's just always have such a light, fluffy, and she had to be, there have to be something wrong, and there was something in her background that maybe she had found some reason. And whenever it's a person of color, particularly a black person, it's just like, you know, they're just criminals and animals, and that's just what they do. And, you know, I think it's about time that we start having a little bit more of a fair conversation as to, like, understanding that, like, one, not all black people are bad, and two, white people are just as bad, if not worse, than black people also. People do people shit, and that oftentimes is things that are hurtful and negative and bad. So anyways, I'd like to see a little bit more fairness on that respect. Anyway, getting back to our story, let's go on ahead and let this finish.
The murder, she was released because of a paperwork error, according to Austin PD, paving the way for a 40-plus day-long saga now settling at this jail.
And we still do not have a time or date for the first hearing for Armstrong. The legal experts say she will have to go before a judge sometime in the coming days. And right now, Armstrong is looking at a $3.5 million bond. Hoda, back to you.
All right, Sam Brock for us there in Austin.
$3.5 million bond. Now that's rare. That part is rare. That part is very rare. A $3.5 million bond, but that's because she already ran, and they already got pretty much locked in proof that she's already done the crime. So anyways, I'm going to follow this story, and hopefully, you know, obviously anyone that does a crime should get what they deserve. So that's gonna be it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Erykah Badu said it best. I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, remember, like, subscribe, share, all the things that make YouTube push my videos. Do those things. Peace.